Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. This is part two of a two-part series that I started last week, and it's all based off of a quote that I read that kind of inspired me to share this message with you, which is from Pablo Picasso. The meaning of life is to find your gift, and the purpose of life is to give it away. In the last episode, we talked about the second part. The purpose of life is to give it away, share your knowledge. In this part, we're going to cover the first part there, which is how to find the meaning of your life. What is it all for? Welcome to Real Estate Investing Secrets. We're all looking for freedom and the opportunity to live better, more fulfilling lives. But most of us were trained our entire lives to work for someone else and chase their dreams. How can we use real estate investing as a vehicle to achieve financial freedom? My life is dedicated to answering your real estate investing questions and helping you build an investing business that allows you to change your life and the world around you, and to enable you to turn your dreams of financial freedom into a reality. My name is Mike Hambright from FlipNerd.com, and your questions get answered here on the Real Estate Investing Secrets Show. Hey, welcome back. Mike Hambright here, FlipNerd.com. Hey, today I'm going to share, I keep saying we, but it's me, I'm going to share with you the second part of this two-part series that I started last week, right after Christmas. Happy New Year, by the way. From a Pablo Picasso quote that basically says, the meaning of life is to find your gift, and the purpose of life is to give it away. That's, when I read that, just a couple days before Christmas, it kind of inspired me. I just kept thinking about it. And honestly, there's struggles that I have with why do I do what I do. And, it's, we all have those things, right? And so, even people that have had great success still question sometimes why they do what they do, or is that all there is? Things like that. We all ask that question. So in the last episode, again, we covered the second part of the quote, which was the purpose of life is to give it away. Meaning after you've kind of found your meaning in life, the first part, which we're going to talk about in this episode, then your purpose is to give it away, share that knowledge. And I talked about sharing your knowledge, and I talked about being good to others and kind of in this industry and sharing what you know, how to help other people, how to impact the world. So at least in your own way, right? So in this episode, I'm going to talk about that first part, which was to find your meaning of life. Before we jump into that real fast, let me kind of tell you on the point of giving, which we talked about in the last episode, is there's a couple things that I wanted to give out to you as we start the new year here to help you out. By the way, I'm outside here on my patio. It's a little bit cool here in Dallas, even though it's kind of New Year time of year. Got a couple wind chimes going off, and it's a little windy. So if the sound quality isn't perfect, I apologize for that. Hopefully, the message will offset that. So in the last episode where we talked about giving, I shared with you, if you haven't already accessed our New Year Freedom event. So a couple weeks back, essentially, I had 10 speakers. Really, really powerful speakers. I'm not going to name them all, but industry leaders that are sharing stuff from lead generation to lead conversion, sales techniques and tactics, business operations, how to scale your business, and more. Really, really great information from a bunch of folks that you know and all that are great friends of mine and also members of my Investor Fuel Mastermind. So go to newyearfreedom.com, and it was an online event streaming live over 2 days. We had live Q&A, and you had to watch it live previously, but we just launched the recordings. You can get access to it for completely free. You access it, you'll get immediate access to all 10 videos. There's nothing in there for sale even. So go to newyearfreedom.com and you can get that. One other thing that I shared in the last episode is that I have something up my sleeve, have a really amazing offer that I want to give to you. It's not free. I will tell you that it's something you have to pay for, but I'm selling it at 90% off of the price. Never, ever, ever done anything like this before. We're trying to put some good vibes out there, and I'm trying to build up a network of those that are trying to get started in real estate investing and those that are maybe already doing some deals and trying to take it to another level. Have this amazing offer that this is the only time I'll ever do this. I've never done anything like this before. If you're interested, sorry to be a little bit vague here, send a message to support@flipnerd.com, SUPPORT@flipnerd.com, and just say, hey, I'm interested in Mike's New Year offer, and we'll tell you a little bit more about it here shortly. So it's about to kick off. If you're hearing this outside of the first week of January, it's too late. So stay tuned for other opportunities that come up, and you can always go to flipnerd.com and get access to a lot of free information there. So let's kind of dive into today's show on the meaning of life is to find your gift. I will tell you that I feel like this is many of you know my story. If you don't know my story, effectively grew up in a very much a working class family. We really didn't have a lot, and I was the first person in my family to go to college, and went on to grad school and kind of played the game I thought I was supposed to play, and ended up finding a really good job after a difficult time finding jobs, but found a job that I loved, and was there for about a few years, and then ultimately got fired. And I got fired because my boss got fired, and effectively I was part of the package, I guess. So, but it was completely unexpected and just came out of nowhere. And then I went to another company, was flying high for about 18 months. Then they filed for bankruptcy, and so I decided to leave because the end was coming, right? So my story is that I had to take my life into my own hands, and the truth is we all do. No matter where you are in life, you have to take things into your own hands. I feel like the traditional education system, and if you know me, you know I sometimes bash the traditional system, and I think education still has a great, formal education still has a lot of value, but you have to make sure you're getting a degree in something that is that others are going to pay you for. You can't get some obscure BS degree and expect to pay off those student loans and expect to do all that stuff. And I will say that I feel like a lot of traditional education educates our youth and educated me in ways that are not really transferable. So when the pivot comes, as it always does, no matter what industry you're in, you need to be prepared to pivot and shift and always be of value to whoever it is paying you, right? So here's what I'll say in terms of this quote of the meaning of life is to find out what your gift is. What is your gift? Well, a lot of people struggle with that, and you know that you're gonna think this is odd of me talking about this on a real estate investing show, but here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to drop a little bombshell for you, is that real estate investing is still a great business and industry to be a part of, even if you're not passionate about real estate investing. Is that crazy that I just said that? I've said it before. If you know me, you've heard me say it before. And I'll tell you another quote that has inspired me from my buddy Matt Andrews. And he said it at one point, and as soon as he said it, it's just like I just felt it ripple through my body, and I've never forgotten it. In fact, I've used it. I've plagiarized it a bunch from him. I usually cite him, but this quote, listen to this quote. Real estate investing isn't the thing. It's the thing that gets you the thing. Okay, so I can tell you the most experienced real estate investors, the most successful real estate investors that I know, they love real estate investing for what it's done for them and what it does for them and how it helps their family, how it gives them leverage to do a lot of great things, from charity work to other things. But they're often tired of the transactional nature of the business. At the end of the day, when you flipped your 1,000th house, it's not as exciting as when you flipped your first house. Now, we still do deals because that's how we make our money, and we usually, once you become successful, you use your money for influence or other things in your life. But and it's a good business. Again, don't get me wrong, but it's usually not about the business of real estate investing. It just gets a little bit old and transactional in nature. It's like it just starts to become not as exciting as it was early on. That's the truth. And here's what I want to say though. That's okay, because it's an opportunity for you to make more money on a single deal than you can do with almost anything else. And so if it gets you to find your passion and to put your time into that passion, if it enables you to do that, that's great. So I can tell you, for example, my wife has been with me in this business from day one. She has worked just as hard as I have. You guys never see her because she's an introvert and she kind of hides. But the truth is her passion is not real estate. She has lots of hobbies. She has lots of things that she wants to do. She helps, obviously, disproportionately raise our son. And it allows her to do all the things. Without real estate, she couldn't be doing all the things that she does now. It's enabled her. It's not about the thing. It's the thing that got her the thing. Real estate was the thing that got her the thing. Does that make sense? So what I want to share with you today is it's important to find your passion. If you're doing something now that you hate or you don't like, and you're not real estate investing yet, you should give it a try. And it could be that you don't love the transactional nature of it, but if you can help people and make some good paydays in the process, and it enables you to travel or help more in your church, do more things in your community, even homeschool your kids, whatever it is that is your meaning of life that you need to find, then real estate may be an enabler for that. So I'll tell you that it is important that you find your passion. And I will tell you that even I struggle with that. There's a lot of people that I know that have had some level of success, and they still struggle with what is their passion, because it's kind of like everything. It's kind of like business. Your cheese gets moved around, right? And you have to go find out what it is now. How do I take it to another level? So one of the things that I've discovered that I'm passionate about, and those of you that know me will know this is no surprise, is I love bringing people together in community and sharing ideas and what's working, and just caring for one another and trying to get everybody to love on one another and share what they know with each other. And I'm passionate about teaching and educating people and sharing not only what I know, but what they know. Because the truth is even when I'm in a coaching format and I'm around a lot of newer people, I learn from them. Everybody has different experiences, and they bring something to the table. So I'm kind of a bit of a community organizer, if you will. I pull people together and I pull the best out of them, and I try to. So hope you got some value out of this. So I'd like to thank you again for following along. I've been doing this show now for 6 years. There's a whole team behind me that helps edit these things and produce them on flipnerd.com and iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, YouTube, anywhere where you could possibly join or listen. This year, 2020, I'm going to bring the heat. I'm going to keep adding a ton of value to you. I'm going to ask you for a few favors here if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed to us on Stitcher Radio, Google Play, iTunes, YouTube for sure, please go out and find us and just take a couple minutes and subscribe out there. Leave a positive review if you've gotten some value out of it. If you're not following me on Instagram, we've been putting a tremendous amount of effort to kind of adding some good value out there and building up a lot of connections. My following is building pretty fast out there. So if you are on Instagram, go to, I'm at the Mike Hambright. I had to use the because somebody else has Mike Hambright that doesn't even use the account, which might have been me many years ago, and I've just forgotten the password. But at the Mike Hambright. Of course, you can also find me on Facebook, pretty active out there too. So go find me on Facebook and follow me or follow along with kind of my journey. I'm here to kind of share what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and who I'm doing it with, to hopefully inspire you along the way. And real fast again, if you haven't yet, you can get access to our 10-part training intended to inspire you to get after your goals and your dreams in 2020 and help build a sustainable, stable business. So you can get access to the New Year Freedom event at newyearfreedom.com, immediate access to all 10 recordings. And if you're interested in learning more about an amazing program that I'm launching here, I'm going to let about 50 people in at about 90% off of the normal price, and it is super, super high value. This is the best thing that I've ever done price-wise. Nothing ever better than this, I promise you. So a little bit secret here, but if you're looking to be a part of an amazing community and learn and grow and build your business in the process, this is for new and newer real estate investors. Send an email to support@flipnerd.com if you're inside of the first week here of January. Otherwise, it'll be too late. January 2020. So appreciate you a ton. Hope you've gotten some value. If you have, I'd love it if you maybe even put a post on social media and just tag me and just say, hey, I've gotten some value, or reference an episode or anything at all. I'd love to know that you're listening out there. So appreciate you a ton. Happy New Year. See you on the next episode. Thanks for listening to today's show. There are 3 ways I can help you start or grow your real estate investing business. If you're a new investor and just getting started, the Flip Nerd Investor Coaching Program is the most effective program in America. I've been coaching and mentoring new real estate investors for 10 years, and my students have literally purchased thousands and thousands of properties. Many of them started with little to no experience at all. Our program is a paint-by-numbers program where we tell you exactly what to do week by week to make sure that you don't get distracted on your way to results. We show you how to build a real business, not just create another job for yourself. New memberships are limited. You can learn more and apply or schedule a call with me and my team at flipnerd.com/coaching. If you're an experienced investor doing a minimum of 10 deals a year, up to 500 deals a year or more, or have a multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio already, you should check out our powerful Investor Fuel Real Estate Investor Mastermind. Over 100 of the nation's leading real estate investors are members, and it's not uncommon for our members to 2 to 5x their business just from getting around other members at Investor Fuel. At Investor Fuel, each of us are business advisors to one another's businesses, but we don't stop at business. We focus heavily on becoming better people and living fuller lives. If you're looking for fuel for your business or fuel for your life, please check out investorfuel.com. Applications and interviews are required, as most investors are not a fit for our community. Please learn more at investorfuel.com. If you're not ready for coaching or masterminds but eager to start learning more about investing, please join our private Facebook group by visiting flipnerd.com/Facebook. New members get access to free training from us right here at flipnerd.com, and it's a community to safely ask your questions, a great place to get started. Simply go to flipnerd.com/Facebook to request your access today.